Welcome to the Vitruvian Health Phase 2 Upper Body Muscle Hypertrophy Program. We're here with model Kate today,
Hello.
Which will give us plenty of variation, and the voiceover from Carl, Cream and Smoothie. So let's get started with the A1 exercise and A2 series. The first exercise is the push-up. So with the push-up here, we do want our hands to be a little wider than a tricep push-up, so we get a little more upper pec development. And let's begin. So through this video, we'll perform each exercise for a total of 5 reps or for a timed period. So literally smooth down, controlled tempo, then straight back up, and then that's 5 reps. Then you'll move on to the next exercise. In the program, stick to the reps that we've been given. So if it says 15, complete 15. If you can't complete 15, note down how many you got today, and the objective next week will be to increase the reps. The A2 exercise is a bent over row. So if you have access to a band, this is what you can do. Pull it up. The pause at the top here, if you have a band, and then back down. Reason for a pause at the top is when you're using a band, it's hardest at the top of the movement. Now let's let go of the band and let's grab a kettlebell or a weight. So if you have access to weights, fantastic. I recommend doing one side at a time if you don't have much of a heavy weight. So you'll do a single arm bent over row with a kettlebell. This will challenge your midline a little bit more. However, if you do have access to heavier weights, then I would recommend to use a supported option so you can lift that heavier load, such as walk over to a couch or a tabletop, bend the knees, and then support yourself. The reason why we didn't support ourselves is to challenge the midline a little bit more. When you do this with a heavier load, this does challenge the midline too. So choice is up to you and depending on what you have available to you. And then moving on to the B series. So we're going to come over and we have ourselves a shoulder extension, or also known as a tabletop. So the objective here is to get our shoulders, hips and knees parallel. So we're going to press hands on the ground and hips lift up, pause and back down. If you can't achieve this range, just work on it slowly and those shoulders will open up and get stronger over time. Then once you've achieved this, you'll stand up, bend the knees, bent over row, wire raise. Spin forward and up, hold and back down. So you can use a dowel, you can use weights or little weights in the hands. The further your arms reach away, the harder it will become. This is going to challenge the upper back and postural muscles. So the B series is a little more postural work and opening you up. So when you come into the C series, you're very well prepared. So let's come into C1, lateral push ups. So this will be quite challenging for a lot of people. So let's see how Kate goes. So hands are out wide, about 2 to 3 times the width of your body. And then you're going to shift all the way over to the left, keeping your right arm straight and bending the left elbow. Now you'll notice here Kate has collapsed and her right arm was bent. So let's come up. Really be honest with yourself. Are you ready for this option? If you're not, like Kate, not quite ready yet. So we're gonna have to modify this. So let's bring the hands in close together for a tricep push-up. And you'll notice here, her hands are actually just in front of her shoulders. We wanna bring them back. Now, belly pulled in nice and tight, really round that upper back and start to travel forward. Now you're traveling forward where the elbows will have to bend so you can keep going down. When you get to 90 degrees, pause and hold. Your elbows should not be touching your sides. Kate cheated. So she's gonna come back up. So for this option, Kate won't go as low. Now we're gonna be performing an isometric hold where your objective over time is to be able to hold this for 30 seconds. Bend the elbows a little bit, please. Pause and hold. Here you can see our triceps working really hard because it's popping out of the shirt. That's really what we want. Make sure it's working, and over time, drop down. If you don't drop, you're not working hard enough. So you perform one of those, and then you'll come straight over to your the C2 exercise, which is a tabletop row. So you've got a table or a chair. So we have 2 options, but we're going to use the table. So you walk over, come under your table. Get a bit of a tour of the apartment here. So hands under, and then you're going to pull yourself up, chest touches. Yeah, watch your hair. So chin in, and you pull up, quarter pulse, so go down and up, and then all the way back down. That's how you can increase the intensity with a quarter pulse. Kate's not going, so she goes all the way up. So stop, go down a millimeter, then back up, back down, and all the way. So that is a progression of the exercise. If you're finding this quite hard, you could just do the row itself, so straight up, straight down. So no pulses needed, but that is how you can increase the intensity of this movement without adding load. And that is the upper hypertrophy program. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.